I remember having suicide thoughts at 11 because the pain was so bad.
When you're with your kids, are you?
Listen, my son used to step over holes going to school in the morning. That's why you got the three monkeys. Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. You're supposed to guide children, what they see, what they hear, and what they say. Just saying what the fuck I want to say and don't give a damn about social media platform rules. So I came to break all the rules like I did in life. So I'm talking to grown, so I'm talking to be disrespectful to the game.
But why?
What you mean why?
Welcome to the Laws of Life podcast. I'm your host, Blanca, and today I have a really extraordinary guest who is an influencer, a comedian, an entertainer, an actor, founder of multiple nonprofits, but also controversial. And you know what? We love a good debate at the Laws of Life. We want to talk about how Charleston's life shaped his laws of life. So Charleston, thank you for being with me today.
Yes, ma'am. Took a lot to get here. I was excited.
You really did. You traveled far and wide to be here. It wasn't easy.
Mm-mm.
Literally walked in right off the plane.
Fresh off the plane. Didn't get to drop the bags off or anything. So TSA lines. America's frustrated right now in the airports.
Oh my God, what was that like?
It was crazy. Because they're having to shut down a lot of the ticket counters. And put everybody in one central location, so the lines are longer. Getting into the airport is longer, and more people walking off by the day. So, shout out to those TSA workers, those federal workers.
Absolutely, that's not an easy job, and I want to thank you for making the journey to be in the 227 Media Studio today. Shout out to Damien.
I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what to expect. So I kind of I wouldn't say I'm being ambushed, but I was walking in blindly. So I was looking around for the fan bus girls and everything. So I didn't know what. I said okay.
Well,
but I'm up for it.
I appreciate that. Well, we spent a little time together, and I explained to Charleston what the Laws of Life platform is. And we have our mutual friend Damien, who's the owner of 227.
Mm-hmm.
And he believed in the power of what I'm doing with the Laws of Life. And he actually supports the Laws of Life by providing us this incredible studio.
He's been advocating for you for, I think, trying to put this together for the last month and a half, 2 months. So it's just schedules was messed up. So
well, thank you, Damien. And I'm so happy to have a new friend, Charleston.
Yes, ma'am.
So I know that you've been through, obviously, tremendous adversity in your life. And what I really wanted to focus on in our conversation today was the laws of life.
Yeah.
Instead of focusing on the facts of what happened, because I think everyone out there has a lot of background about what you've been through, but sort of navigate through the history of your life in this conversation and discover what you've learned. And sometimes, Charleston, you know what else happens?
What?
We create a new law of life together, magically, inside this conversation. So let's start off with talking about your mom.
Okay.
Your childhood. You always speak about your mom that she is a very classy woman.
Yeah.
Had a great job at GM. What was she like as a mom? Was she strict?
Very, very, very strict. Morals and principles. We couldn't eat it. We couldn't eat in our rooms. We couldn't eat. So she would keep the house clean. You don't go to bed with dishes in the sink. Take a bath every night, wash out the bathtub, and leave your homework on the table so I can check your homework when I get in. So if the homework wasn't left out, she go in the bathroom and see if the soap is wet. Cause I ain't like taking baths. So she go wake us up out to sleep. If the dishes in the sink, she go wake you up out to sleep and get it. When we got suspended from school, there's no laying around the house. You go get up and go to work. If I gotta go to work, so she would she would put a schedule together.
So she was extremely professional corporate woman. What was her position at GM?
Assembly line worker. I think she worked on the assembly line. So my mom landed a job at General Motors. I probably about maybe 6, right after the washing machine accident, probably early 80s. So that was the backbone of America back then. The blue collar worker. They were very middle class and up. And so my mother. She invested in saving bonds, so we was getting saving bonds. When I fell in the washing machine, we got a nice little settlement. I got a nice little settlement, but my mama had it locked into a trust until I was 18. My mother was born to her mother and father, who were both married. And one day, went home. She came home, and they was abandoned. My grandfather was a military guy who was a womanizer. Uh, Back in them days, men was abusive. Uh, my grandmother was a clean cut woman that ended up becoming a street woman.
Mm.
My grandmother's side of the family is from the street. My granddad's side of the family is my is his mother is the matriarch of our lineage.
Mm.
We get our last name because she was a slave of the White Sloan plantation. So we own the slave plantation to this day, and we still carry that name. So my grandfather was the eldest of that slave lady, and I knew her, so I got to meet my grandmother, Lucille Hilton.
That's
So
a lot to unpack.
so no, my grandfather was the only male from my great grandmother. He was the only one to go to prison. The rest of his brothers become baseball players, married men. My granddaddy was the only one, and he went to the military. And so my mother don't know the streets. They was children who was abandoned. My grandmother got off on drugs, and my granddaddy went and chased women.
So your mother has a very high moral code. She always worked hard.
Yeah.
Is she still working, or is she
Yeah,
retired?
she still works. So my mother retired, took an early retirement. So after me and my brother got in trouble, my little sister was born. She said she didn't want to make the same mistakes with my sister that she made with us, working so hard to provide, but you're absent. The absent parent because you're trying to work like most parents are today.
What's the number one law of life you learned from your mom?
Honesty. You do right because right is the right thing to do, and nothing else.
When you had the unfortunate incident in the washing machine, only 5 years old, you fell into the washing machine somehow, and literally you said your whole body was in a cast.
Yeah, so I broke everything from the waist down.
And before we started, I asked you, how did that you were only 5. How did you wind up in a laundromat?
I snuck out. Yeah, I snuck out. So at the time, this is the upper beginning. So my mother was a teenage mother.
Okay.
My mother was, so she had my brother at 15, had me at 17. So when I'm 5, she's still early 20s, working fast food jobs, but never took government assistance.
Did your mom blame herself because she had fallen asleep, or you weren't being watched, or so that she had no guilt about that incident?
My mother's not a guilty person.
Okay.
Yeah, whoever wrong with mama.
So when you knew, I mean, you were only 5. Did your mom say to you, "We're suing that laundromat"?
I don't. She didn't know to sue. Yeah, she didn't know to sue. They didn't know if I ever walk again. So her mind couldn't think to sue. Yeah, the ambulance chasers coming to sue.
Okay.
So you gotta think this is 81, 82. This is when you open the machine up and it's still spinning.
Right, I remember.
That safety mechanism had to be put in there after that.
So what was, are you allowed to tell the amount of the settlement for that terrible injury?
Yeah,
not?
we got a lot of money. Yeah, we got enough to cover a capital murder case.
Okay. So at the age of 5, going through that highly traumatic physical injury, do you remember what went through your mind?
Your mind is so fragile. It hadn't even begin to form to even develop at 5. I vaguely can recollect.
So then only 2 years later,
I put my
you're 7.
Yeah, but I was walking. So see, this is when I knew I was something different. My whole body was broke, and I walked in the body cast.
Do you remember that moment?
Yeah, I remember coming home from the hospital, laying flat down. I couldn't move, and all the kids in the neighborhood I went to school with was in my room, standing around, looking pitiful. Because you gotta think, I'm a brave heart. I'm the guy that climb up and jump off, so I'm always hurting myself. But this is what little boys do. Boys break their arms, so I was a real little boy. So I'm the kid you gotta watch. I'm gonna jump into the pool and can't swim.
You had a lot of energy.
I'm ambitious. So I remember laying in the bed, and I'm hearing all them outside having fun. I said, "Mama, Kevin," and they couldn't hear me. And I said, legs, you go get up and walk. And I got like, so I had a stick between my legs. So I couldn't bend my legs nothing. So I had to get up. So
Crazy.
yeah, and I walked to the door. They thought I was a miracle child. So it fascinated people to see a 5-year-old kid with a full body cast up to his chest with a stick between his legs, walking.
I think in many ways you are a miracle child because you've overcome a lot. Because then 2 years later, you have the eye injury
Yeah.
from the slingshot.
For playing with a homemade slingshot. Yeah.
Who made it?
Me.
You made it.
I'm a kid that I'm a real little boy. I
Were you playing with the other kids or?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, I'm
just-
playing with other kids.
This was in the backyard,
So no, we was in the house. So this is what you do. You just take the pencil, shoot the rubber band. They still do it today.
Oh,
I pulled back too far and just out of luck.
ay, caramba.
But
So the pencil went right in your eye?
it just it hit it. It went in, but it didn't stick. The injury came a day later. My mama took us to the circus, and I used to be fascinated with clowns. So again, I'm a little boy. I took off running, and I ran directly into a pole. The impact from that pole is what done the damage. It caused the blood clot.
It aggravated the existing?
I would have been okay. It would have healed naturally. The impact from that pole caused the blood clot. So I had 9 eye surgeries. So the pain level was so excruciating from 7 to 12, they had to take it out. I wouldn't have been able to live life normally.
What was your level of pain on a scale of 1 to 10?
I can't remember.
Was it the highest level?
I can't remember. A kid can be molested till they're grown and can take it.
So today,
I don't know. I just know I was in pain. I lived in pain.
Were you able to eat being in pain? Were you able to walk and talk, but it was just
No,
constantly hurting, or how bad was it?
Well, it's reoccurring. So you might have some, because of the pressure that's building up behind the eye, the headaches is like you can't explain it. So I would cry. I would have to cry. Could be so bad. So they would have to give me pain eye drops to get behind the eye. So you think 9 eye surgery. So just having to go do the eye surgery was traumatic.
So they tried to save the eye.
They couldn't.
But ultimately, after 9 surgeries.
This is the 80s. They don't know nothing about the eye. My doctor, it was one of the first eye doctors in North Texas, Dr. Tronick. Yeah, shout out to Dr. Tronick. He was the first prosthesis in this area.
How did you feel the day that they told you you were going to lose your eye?
I can't remember.
You don't remember that?
Well, you got to think, I'm a baby.
You were 9.
I can't remember 9.
I got it.
Because the trauma of the surgery won't let you remember what you felt. Children are impulsive. They can't pinpoint what they feel.
You were just a very rambunctious little boy.
I was a real little boy.
And you got a lot of really life-changing injuries.
I didn't know they was life-changing. I still became a little boy.
So you didn't even stop after that?
No, I was like a dog, lose a leg, now you're a 3-legged dog with another dog. Children have a resiliency in them. They can't help but to adapt. And that's what makes them resilient.
That's true. And your mom got you a tutor. So for many years, you were privately tutored.
Yeah, I had a private, pretty white tutor. Used to come see me. So I was hands-on taught.
Did you have a crush on her?
Yes, I did. Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Do you still stay in touch with the tutor?
I was too young.
Too young.
I'm too young to even remember. It's a vague memory.
Okay.
So the thing that she taught me, it's like in a file cabinet that I didn't learn in school.
Right.
So when I came to school, I was so far ahead of regular kids. Class was boring, so I became the class clown. So the knowledge that I know from I know things like John Brown. They didn't teach that in school. Man, she gave me. Whatever she gave me, she poured into me.
That's wonderful. She
Yeah,
taught you a love of learning.
Yeah, I was nurtured as a student, a one-on-one teacher. That's something most kids would never have.
That really is one of the most luxurious educations you can receive as a child.
And she was nurturing and loving, so I was nurtured. I was surrounded with love as a hurt kid. I never heard meanness in the household.
And you said your mom never yelled.
I ain't never seen nothing. My mom didn't date guys that fought on her, so I never seen my mama get beat up. None of that. I never seen her having sex in the bedroom. I never seen her coming out looking promiscuous.
No tension in the home at all.
None.
What about with your brother and your sister?
Well, my sister come later. It's just me and my brother. We're little boys.
Okay.
So, and we're mama's boys that do everything that mama says, except mama got to go to work. And now we got a television that's programming us.
So, looking back on it before we go to the next chapter of, do you think that the law of life is don't let your kids watch too much television? You think television
The
negative?
law of life is sacrifice your job for your children's lives. Don't put your job over your kids' life. So a lot of parents are absent and excluded out of their children's life. Hey, mama gotta go to work. Hey, mom, I got a game. I can't go. I can't take off. So a lot of kids are feeling alone and absent because the parents have to work. And then when they come home from work, they're tired. They got to go to sleep. They're frustrated. So you don't get mama and daddy because they got to work to provide this wonderful home and life you got. You don't know. You think this is natural for everybody. You think all kids got their own room. You think all kids. So I didn't know kids was poor. I didn't know kids starved until I started hanging out with poor kids.
Well, you said you grew up on marble floors, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So, you grew up in this loving home with a wonderful tutor and an amazing mom.
I've never been beat, never been molested, never been cussed out, none of that.
Then you go back to school.
Well, I really didn't have a whole full year of school till I got into the 6th grade. So now 6th grade, that's when I got my eye taken out and put in. So I really never had a whole full year of school until 7th and 8th grade.
Okay. So take me back to that first day of walking into the school. Do you remember how that day felt?
It was so we had just moved from Louisiana. So the Arlington General Motors plant had shipped the people to Texas to Monroe, Louisiana, and so we had just come back from Monroe. So it was so vague. It was so vague. You gotta think, man, I'm traumatized by surgeries, and I'm living in pain. So I'm having to take. They put an eye drop, but the pressure and the buildup was they had to take it out.
Of course.
Yeah.
No, it makes sense.
So I remember having suicide thoughts at 11 because the pain was so bad. But it was secret thoughts. And I cried, Mom, I'm thinking about hurting myself. She said, son, don't let the devil but the pain. It's some people in pain that they commit suicide because they're in pain.
Of course. That must have
That's
been,
how excruciating that pain was. And I'm a kid trying to bear it.
that must have been really hard.
I don't know. I'm a resilient kid. So if you talk to a kid that's been abused and molested, how you get through it? They don't know. They just got through it.
It's sort of the nature of being a child is that you go through different levels of pain. But now you're in school.
Most adults couldn't go through it, what children go through. Yeah, we'll break.
It's a very fair point.
Yeah, we will break.
Children are in some ways stronger than adults.
They have resiliency. We lose it the older we get off our belief system because we start to believe things, whether it's true or false, whether it's an ideology or just a narrative. Children believe what they believe.
They dream bigger.
There you go. And so they will try to prove you wrong based off their little innocent minds. We lose that as we get older. Relationships. So kids, we put it out in kids.
So had you had the same injury as an adult, you don't know if you would have been strong enough.
Well, I see adults that had the same injury and they never were able to recoup from the self-esteem. When you lose a limb, it's some self-esteem issues. As a kid, you already have self-esteem issues.
Of course.
So see what I'm saying?
I mean, the eye looks good.
It looks very,
if you didn't tell me, I wouldn't know.
Nobody knows. They think I'm cross-eyed rather than a prosthetic eye. So nobody knows. I wasn't gonna let you know. If you say, what happened to your eye? I hit you in the mouth.
Of course.
So I became a little man syndrome bully.
Okay, well I think that's normal because this is where the bullying comes in. So did you get bullied a lot?
Never. I've never been bullied.
So
I was a bully before I put my eye out.
You were a bully before the eye got out.
I was a fascinating little kid that amused all adults.
You always were.
And because I was so outgoing, ambitious, and vibrant, I would break things like little boys. They would go, man, Charleston out here. So I would start things with other kids. I can't play well with others because I gotta have a say so. It's my ball. I'm a spoiled kid. And I've been playing by myself. So, and I don't mind fighting to fit in.
Right.
I'm just fitting in. I don't know to do this. I'm just fitting in.
Well, it's self-preservation. You were a tough kid.
So I never really got to play outside to the 7th grade. So you got to think, when I broke my leg in the washing machine, I spent almost a year in a body cast.
Of course.
Then I had to learn how to walk again. So it's almost another 6 months to a year in therapy. That was painful.
Of course.
The healing of that. So then I wasn't even out the body cast a good 2 years and put my out. That was the most traumatizing. So whenever I used to go to surgery, my mother would have to carry me, and I cried the whole way, and she'd comfort me and hug me. Coming out of that surgery, the anesthesia, the power of it is too much for a kid. It's too much for a kid. So I would have to lay there, and you can't talk. You're like a live dead. You can't, and this a weight. Your body's heavy. I just used to cry.
But your
I
mom
hated
gave
that.
you the love that you needed in that moment.
I bet, but she don't know I'm going. She don't know what I'm going through. I just got tears come my mind because I can't say what I'm going through. The anesthesia's wearing off. That was the most traumatic part. Having to break away from mama, looking out the surgery door, looking at them big old lights, but the white doctors and nurses was just as loving as my mother. That's why it's hard for me to be mad. Man, I can't, man. My mother would have to leave me and go take care of my brother.
Well,
Man, the nurses used to come comfort me.
I get that you were really isolated.
I was loved with I was isolated with love.
You were
So that's why when I
isolated.
come out from being isolated, I'm a force to be reckoned with. Yeah, and I
But
live in my
why?
head.
So explain to me, with all that love, the education of the private tutor,
Mhm.
everyone showering you with love, the marble floor, and then you go to the other side.
It was
How did it happen?
it was a gradual process. So as a kid, I don't remember ever seeing a positive black movie outside of Roots, Slavery, and the Cosby Show and Sanford and Son. I grew up during the black exploitation era. All my images is negative. This is the time the black man is being removed out of the household intentionally. So every man I see is a pimp, a woman beater, a drug seller, a womanizer. I see all the positive women, but I see men. And this is where it started, watching television. So by the time I'm 6, 7 years old, I done seen Superfly, The Mac. I done seen all the movies about pimping. I know how to tell a bitch, shut up, bitch. I done seen my uncle beat up women. I done seen on television. So I live in a suburban area. We
were
live in
sheltered. You were sheltered.
So I never seen this in real life. I'm the kid that's been playing the game that you got in the day, that when he get through the game, he go shoot up a school when he get mad. I was that kid who been watching all this entertainment with no parental supervision.
Well, I think that has to be a law of life, that parents have to supervise the content that their children watch.
Well, that's why you got the 3 monkeys. Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. You're supposed to guide children. What they see, what they hear, and what they say. What they say is going to tell you what they're going through.
So essentially, that television
No,
basically
my
poisoned the
uncles.
stew and your uncles.
Well, you guys, I'm seeing it. So this is why white people would hang black people for so long. It was cultural. It's what we do. So who's going to go against your culture? Your culture supersedes what you're taught in the home. Because when you step outside your home, your culture is way bigger.
Well, for you got the influences from the television, your uncles.
But,
You
but,
said
I,
your
but,
uncle.
but I see my uncles way before I can start understanding the TV.
Okay.
I done seen women get their ass kicked, and it's okay in front of the kids, and everybody's okay. So it's in the culture. So during this time, we're not glorifying because they didn't have black bankers. Black men were just starting to get construction jobs. We seeing all the negative elements and detriments of what a male looks like. We're not seeing real men.
Well, as great as the environment that your mother created, there's
You
always
still-
you can't make a perfectly sanitized environment for anybody. It doesn't exist.
You can't change what's in your bloodline. Your kids are gonna be exposed to your cousins, your uncles, and then they ain't got to be exposed to nothing. It's some chromosomes that y'all done left in the baby.
Well, I mean, that goes to the the nature versus nurture dialogue. You said you do have a lot of family members that have been incarcerated as well, right? And have drug addiction.
So I didn't know them. So I didn't start becoming aware of this till I got older. So as a kid, I didn't know. As a kid, I didn't know who went to jail. My mother didn't allow us to know those things.
So take me back to the day of the Foot Locker. How old were you on that day?
14. Yeah, 14.
So
See, I'd already been shooting guns before then, though. So when I started, when I saw the movie Colors, that's when I started mimicking the gangster stuff.
okay.
When I saw the movie Colors, I can't see this nowhere else. It's just like when we used to watch the karate movies. We're gonna go do karate for the next few days.
That's true.
We see wrestling, we go do wrestling. So now we're not wrestling, we're not doing karate, we're not doing school dances no more. We're not doing a kid and play no more. So we done went from having high top fades, doing a kid and play with silk shirts with polka dots on it. Now we gangster. That was in one summer. So I ain't seen that nowhere but on television.
It was a phase.
No, it was our culture, and it's still our culture today.
Okay.
You gotta see. So when I see it on television, I done seen the Mac, I done seen the Superfly. This is in the 70s. I done seen Penitentiary 1. So these are movies like Tyler Perry movies would be today. And we're watching this every day. Every day. So when we cut it off, my uncle come to the family reunion. I didn't know he was a pimp. I know he had a bunch of women and they was called my aunties. Nobody said them was his hoes, but I would see him beat them. He would pick me up and ride with me and beat the shit out of them. So I grew up believing you slap a woman.
And after you saw that, he never discussed it?
Yeah, he told me and tell me why you should whoop a bitch. Yeah, he was raising me to pimp.
So he basically.
But my mama don't know this.
Right.
This her older brother.
But he basically was exposing you that abuse
Like,
was
I
okay.
exposed my son to it.
Now,
I raised my son, but my son thinking about pimping sometime because that's what I always wanted to be. I ain't wanted to be a gangster. Gangster was just culture. I always wanted to pimp on the hoe.
as we sit here today, do you still have the desire to do that?
Hell yeah, I do. Yeah, I love
But now
hoes.
you're a successful influencer.
I still want to pimp. I don't think nothing wrong with pimping. If you and the hoe is in agreement, she want to sell her pussy, don't mind. I don't think nothing wrong with that.
So you're pro prostitution. You think
I'm
it should be
pro-hoe.
legal?
I'm pro-hoe. Prostitute,
Okay.
yeah, I'm pro-hoe.
Well, everyone's entitled to their opinion.
So now, man, I think some women won't be pimped.
Why? But let me ask you a question. This is fascinating to me. Let's just debate it. I'm just curious.
Yeah.
You're in a relationship with a woman,
Yeah.
and you want her to sleep with other men for money?
Yeah.
Is that a turn on?
No.
What's the appeal? Is it the money?
That's her vagina. It ain't mine. I want the money, the power and control. That's fascinating. To have a woman go risk her life and come back and give you all the money.
Have you ever been in love?
No. I went to the boys' home at 14.
So you've never been in love?
I've loved, but no, I ain't never been
Well,
in love.
maybe you should give it a chance.
I don't
Because
want
maybe
to.
if you fell in love, then you wouldn't want to do that.
I don't need to be in love because
Right.
marriage has never been about love. Marriage always have been arranged about purpose. So I don't want to marry for love because one day we go look at each other and feel like we don't love one another.
You never know. You got to
Man,
believe.
I got a wife, a girlfriend, another bitch on the side, and everybody nobody.
Well,
I've never been faithful to a woman. I don't want love. I want respect.
But you're open about the fact that you're open about it.
Yeah, I think you're supposed to. I'm open and I lie.
Okay,
to protect their feelings.
Well, they know that you're in other relationships.
They know I'm gonna cheat. So my thing is, my woman can't ask me nothing about what I do if it ain't coming back home. So yeah, they know I do it.
Listen, there's a lot of people that have open relationships.
Mine ain't open. I'm a man. I think a man do what he's supposed to do.
All right. Well,
yeah. And I was raised to believe that a man's supposed to have a wife and a girlfriend. It makes you treat your wife better. Every man I ever seen before that, that's what they had. From Donald Trump, every great man had more. Martin Luther King. So that's my real belief. And we honor him every year.
Well, that's what you were exposed to, as you said.
No. My mother. So y'all saw what I'm saying. So I'm a little boy whose mother is against this. So this is nothing I'm exposed to. I just see it sometimes.
Well, you said your uncle showed.
But he don't live with us though, right? So when my mother go to work, he might come over, cook a little dope, have his hoes with him, or might spend a night. So I don't see this regularly. I'm fascinated with it because I see it on TV, so I got an eye for it. So now I'm saying, okay, now I'm looking at their titties. Cause I know what to look for based off television. So nobody's teaching me this. He's showing me to it, but he's talking over my young head. I can't grasp it. I'm learning from television. As I age up, adolescent, okay, all this stuff I done seen and learned, now I'm acting out. But man, you couldn't come around my mom with that. So even to this day, nobody can drink in my mother's house. We have all the function. You ain't bringing out no alcohol. So even my uncle Pimp, if my mama come home, he submit because that's her. She have an aura about her.
Well, your mother sets the rules in her own home.
But when your mother gone, man, boy, your mama don't know what she talking about.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think, because I actually grew up in a similar, with respect to parents that,
So my
do you
uncle
think
never
you
lived
were
with us.
rebelling against your mother's structure?
All boys rebel against their mothers. All children,
Right.
when they get to a certain age, have a rebellious phase.
Of course.
All children. And it's typically the adolescent, the beginning. So I was in my adolescent phase. So I've never rebelled against my mother because I was afraid of her. So I would have to run away and go to juvenile, and she had to get me from juvenile.
But let me ask you this: from you've made quite a splash on the internet.
Intentionally.
You get a lot of views, I'm sure.
Make a lot of money.
You have an income. Why do you need the woman that you're in a relationship with to do that? Because she's making that choice? I'm fascinated by that.
I'm fascinated by pimps and hoes.
Okay.
And I know women are fascinated by hoeing. I know some women love to hoe. And they want to hoe. They want to go fuck 2 or 3 different men, but if you can show them how to go fuck, get a tray. So we see it in all the Hollywood movies. Right. It's a lot of women want to live the 50 Shades of Grey every night.
But that wasn't prostitution.
Well, how you know? She would get money from a rich, wealthy man who would tie her up, beat her, abuse her for exchange of money. That's prostitution. Pretty woman. So we glorified in the Hollywood
film. So you think 50 Shades of Grey is prostitution?
In rape.
Well, she did sign a contract that she would be
no
submissive.
matter what she signed, a marriage is a contract. Right. Can you rape your wife? No.
No, you can't. No, you're right.
So you can't clean that up.
It's interesting. I never looked at 50 Shades of Grey as prostitution.
I come from a culture.
Ever.
I come from a culture where pimps and whores are not looked down upon.
I understand.
They're glorified.
So it's something
I love
that you
hoes
appreciate.
to now. I would marry a hoe.
Okay.
I tell boys you can turn a hoe. Hoes make the best housewives because they know men. The hoes make the best housewives.
Why?
Because who's more experienced with a man in his ways and his nature than a hoe? A woman ain't. That's why they clash. A man and a woman clash because she can't understand. Well, you won't say a hoe know a man like God knowing. That's why God put the hoe with the prophets.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think if, God forbid, you got sick or something, that girl's going to take care of you?
Don't give a damn about no girl talking. Man, I would raise a hoe come paying, not staying. So you don't expect no woman to stay, even your wife. That's why the divorce rate is what it is. Your wife will do you just like the hoe will. Your wife treats you just like the prostitute will. Let her get mad and she go withhold the pussy from you until you get her breed. Then you can get it. So you have to prostitute your wife. Valentine's Day, you got to treat her like a hoe by this. So the pimp do the same thing in the role of a husband, just the name of a pimp, right? So, man, you don't worry about no woman staying. You focus on you being a man. And as a man, you gonna have more than one woman.
It sounds like there's a financial connection for you with women.
It ain't no financial connection. I don't get money from women.
But you give them money.
I invest. I pay for some pussy.
But
I buy pussy.
And you're okay with that?
Yes. No strings attached, and I control it while it's mine.
What about? But you had such a loving, like what it's hard for me to understand, because you said is that you experienced a lot of love.
I did.
So what I'm wondering
So I'm not looking for love. I'm looking for a partnership.
You had enough.
Man, love become a burden. That's why y'all don't talk after so long. That's why y'all don't like each other after 20 years. And y'all have to work again to find love. I don't want to do that.
Okay.
I want to be a prophet. None of the prophets in the Bible had a wife.
Well, I understand a commitment to the mission. And
I ain't committing to nothing. I get free will. I ain't hurt nobody. I get free will. I don't want to commit to the mission. Everybody I see commit to the mission die early.
No. I'm not talking about the mission of a relationship. I'm talking about, I'm talking about your purpose.
So I spent 12 years walking in purpose. Most people who walk in purpose is financially struggling. Man, fuck that purpose talk. Wake up and get you some money so you can take care of your kids. That's the only thing that matters to me.
What is your vision today?
Nothing. I'm in a strip club every night. Yeah, I done had my vision. So when you was reading up on me, that was my vision. Now I'm reaping the fruits of my labor. I don't want that vision. I asked God, I don't want that vision, God.
But you've done a lot of positive
I don't
things
give a
in your
shit.
life.
Man, I
You
fuck with hoes now. I don't want to do that no more.
listen, you do whatever you want in your
So
free
this is what I'm
time.
saying. I asked God, God, I don't want this burden. Why do I have to care?
Okay.
Yeah, so man.
What about the nonprofit? Are you still
man,
doing
I let
that?
that go. No,
That's
no.
What about what you told me before we started the show? The
I do.
women that have
Well,
had children.
I do that for the rapping niggas' mamas, for the victim mama, but that ain't my purpose. So
Okay.
so listen, I left purpose alone to come store up a inheritance for your children's children. My mama walked in purpose all these years. She's still walking in purpose. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do what Jesus and them did. I
So
don't
you
want to be a
just want to
savior.
do what you want.
I want to fuck with hoes like I'm doing. Put on jewelry and clothes, travel all around the country. I'm in a strip club every night with a different woman right now.
But you are happy.
Happy in a motherfucker.
And you can afford it. You're not bothering anyone doing what you love.
No, I
You're
ain't
not
hurt
breaking
nobody.
the law.
Except riding and smoking weed, but other than that, yeah, no.
You could get a legalized license to
I
smoke
got a
weed.
legalized license.
Okay.
And I keep getting caught with the weed and the gun.
Well, listen.
Beating it.
You've had a hard life.
No, I didn't.
Being in jail?
No,
Was it hard?
I didn't go to jail.
Well,
Juvenile
detention.
I went to a boarding school. It was called Giddings State Home and School. We had a Olympic-sized heated indoor pool.
Okay.
We had a game room, weight room, a gym, a football team, a basketball team, and we was co-ed with girls. We got weekend passes. We can go to college off campus. It was nothing like prison.
So it wasn't. See,
No.
I saw that
So
you
got to remember, this is 91. There was no such thing as putting a kid in prison because America hadn't saw kids who killed.
So basically, when you went to that school after being convicted and you
adjudicated,
yeah. You basically had a very pleasant experience in the school.
I had fun in there.
You didn't have depression, anxiety.
Well, so you have it when it's new. Once it's not new anymore, it's like school. You find where to fit in at. I went and found somewhere to fit in, and I excelled at it. And within 2 years, I ran that campus.
Did you develop any sports interests?
Never been in sports. I developed how to control people. I honed my skills as a real shrewd leader, and so I became a gang leader. So I joined the gang after about 2 years because I was fascinated with it, the camaraderie and I was fascinated with it because it was like on television.
Did it have a name?
Yeah, the Rolling 60 Crips. So I became real notorious, and I remember writing my mother. I found that was everything I was looking for. It's like joining the football team. I remember writing my mother. This is my first time ever talking back, and I did it in a letter, and I wrote it like I wrote another gang member. Crossed out the B's.
Was it the first time you ever felt included because of the gang?
I've always been included. I've always been treated special. So even around other kids disabled, I was elite because I was more mature because I had to be around grown folks. And I was taught one-on-one. So my mannerisms, I could cuss like grown people because children mimic what they, so I would be in the house just listening. And when I got around kids, I was more advanced because I've been sitting around grown folks listening. So I've always been included. It's just when it was time to go to surgery, I'm excluded.
If you could go back to the morning of the Foot Locker robbery, would you reverse it?
I was having too much fun. I wanted to kill somebody. So I wanted to be everything I saw on television.
You really wanted to kill somebody?
Man, that wasn't the first time I got arrested. I was out. So I was on probation for shooting at some white man for calling me a nigger. So I'd already been shooting some guns. My mama and them just didn't know it. I was the leader of the pack. When I leave out my mama's house, my little brain and I already planned the crimes. So the newspaper described me as the smallest and the youngest, but the brains out of the bunch. I just knew how to become mannerable around grown people.
Did you have psychological counseling when you were in the school?
Never. You talking about in the boys' home?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Shoot.
Did it help you?
No, hell no. So I don't have psychological problems.
I'm not implying you do. I'm just asking the question.
So listen, I'm just acting out to fit in. So I'm really covering up my insecurities for being disabled. To fit in with other kids, I go further than what they would go. So hear me out. So I've never been abused. I'm just a kid that didn't get to go outside and play. And because of my culture, when we outside playing, we just playing with guns.
I get that, but there was one, I think there was I read it online, or there was a quote in an article that after Mr. Levy was shot at the Foot Locker robbery, you guys laughed about it?
Yeah, I thought it was funny because we was raised to hurt white people. So all my crimes from 13 and 14 was to go get white people because I've been around my uncles and them talking to man talk.
I can understand that in that moment
I
somewhat.
wanted, so I still pride myself in standing over Mr. Levy
Right.
and watching him die because as a kid, I always wanted to see what white people look like dying, like in the movies, the slave movies. You gotta think, I'm coming.
Your brain was severely influenced by crime.
No, it wasn't. I never seen crime. Television.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
So I've never been. So I've never in person seen crime. We never lived in the hood. I've never seen people on drugs. So I've never seen drugs until I went to Dare.
No, but the TV.
It wasn't as violent. It's just so they didn't have guns. It's the imagery. Confucius said, "He who controls images control mind." You think this white government who didn't want civil rights just gave up after the 70s? They came with another plan. It's called the Black exploitation era. So it's just like now with homosexuality and violence in the games. They're projecting it to children. They were projecting it to us back then.
I get that.
So I never seen it.
But
so
33 years later.
33 years later, I didn't commit no crime. 33 years.
No. I know you didn't. The question I have is, whatever it is, how you're about 55?
No, I'm 48.
48. So that was about whatever 30 years
14,
ago.
Yeah, I'm 14.
So now that you're a grown man, and you know that you took a life or were a part of it. You didn't shoot the gun that took the life, but you were there.
I still pride myself. Myself at times.
Pride?
I still pride myself at times that we took a white man's life and I got to stand over a white man and watch him die because most black niggas been going to jail for killing niggas. So that's something I can say, nigga, we went to jail for killing a white man. So at times I still pride myself about that.
So you have no guilt about it?
I ain't kill him.
No, I know, but you were there. You were a part of it.
I have some remorse, but no guilt at all. I've never felt guilty about it. I've always said I ain't killed nobody. I've always said that. Yeah, I've always deflected that. I ain't pulled the trigger. I told him to shoot him. And then I said he was stupid for listening to me.
What about your brother that did?
He ain't got no remorse. Yeah, they ain't got no remorse for killing nobody. I don't think.
Do you think that maybe that's the problem?
No,
that there is no.
So think about it. I saw a man get killed when I was 14. I ain't committed no violent action, hurt nobody. So what I need remorse for?
You were a part of it, though.
I wasn't a part of it.
Well, you were there. You were an accomplice.
I wasn't. Yeah.
But,
so it's a lot of police officers that are there when people get killed. They ain't got no guilt because they officers killed them. So this is what I'm saying. I always said he did that, not me.
Well, you directed him to do it.
No. They was older than me. I'm just saying some shit.
I understand.
Yeah.
Listen,
so right now today,
yes,
that's my secret. Yeah, man, we killed the white man. Yeah. That's my. I hold that secret.
It's definitely not a secret.
I brag about it online.
You've talked about it.
Yeah, man. Because so you guys understand, I'm a kid that's been studying, observing, and looking. So at 5 years old, we seeing slave movies. All we know is when we go outside, go across the railroad tracks, rob, steal, and kill, and come back over here, nigga, and try not to get caught. So I've been sitting around hearing this. So when I'm coming out the house, we're in the white folk community. We don't know to look at black people to do crime. Go over there and steal cars. So I was breaking my white friend houses. We would intentionally do things to white people thinking that's what we're supposed to do. Just like white people thought they were supposed to. So we're getting our lick back based off what we're hearing as children.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So, but you're not hearing it, you're just listening.
Well, it just became ingratiated inside you. You didn't know any.
It's cultural. In this time, black people is getting fed up with white America.
Now, when you were in the school, there were 4 security guards?
We call them house parents. They call it JCOs today.
And they wrote a letter for you?
No, they put their job on a lot. They didn't write no letter. They came to court to testify. So from 15, 16, 17, 18, I was documented as one of the worst kids in this facility.
And they still came to testify for you?
Yeah, because they worked with me directly.
They worked on
my dorm for 4 years. So the state recommendation was for me to be transferred to the adult prison system on my 18th birthday.
I see.
But these 4 parents were saying, man, this kid, he's not a real gang member. He's pretending. But if you read my file, you would think I'm a notorious.
Do you think they made a mistake?
What? Not sending me to prison?
I mean, do you think their
well,
judgment was flawed?
Yeah, I should have went to prison. But I ain't the judge, nor God. So why would you listen to me? I'm just a kid acting out. You listen to these people who've been working with this boy for 4 years straight, and they came and put their jobs online. They drove 4 hours away. They got suspended. They got demoted. Some got fired. To say, Your Honor, I know what you see on paper. This kid got potential. How do you know? Based off his negative leadership. These are people who were child experts at the time because they have been working with children since the 60s and the 70s. They see many children, as we do now, pretending to be tough and gangster out of trauma and pain, or just to fit in. The wannabe boy. I'm the suburban kid, never seen crime. I want to be because it's cultural, like playing basketball. Some niggas want to play basketball. We want to shoot guns. I was raised in the country to shoot guns, so we already familiar with shooting guns. We got uncle showed how to shoot guns. I wanted to see what it was like to kill a white person.
So since the time you came out of prison,
I ain't been to prison. I went to juvenile.
Excuse me, juvenile.
Yeah,
I apologize.
juvie.
Since the time you came out of juvenile, you were 21.
Yep.
What
my record was sealed.
I know. That was another miracle.
Well, we had a politician, a lady, a governor by the name of Ann Richards, who was a recovering alcoholic and recovering drug addict. So, man, that was the best time of my life because I was placed in an environment where, like, growing up in a perfect household with 2 perfect parents. The structure of it. So they had 3 psychiatrists, I think 1 psychologist came up with this because America had just started seeing kids killed. So I became one of the first group of children in America who began to be tried and adjudicated for violent crimes. So rather than locking kids up, everything was centered around resocialization, not rehabilitation. You can't rehabilitate something that hadn't been taught. I didn't realize I had it easy in life until I went in that boys' home.
Of course, because you didn't have to work for your food. You had shelter, you had education.
I didn't know kids had to work for food. I didn't know kids went to bed hungry. I've never been to bed hungry before in my life. I've never came home and the lights was out. I don't know what it's like.
Did they give you any vocational training in the school to prepare you?
I wasn't interested in nothing but gangbanging.
Okay.
So when I got my GED, I tore it up and act like I didn't care. Now I was college, man. I was wondering, but I'm playing dumb because it's not cool to be smart in the 90s. You wear your hat cocked, you talk stupid and dumb. This is our culture because smart kids get picked on and bullied. So I never wanted to be smart. I wanted to be like the bad kids, pants sagging. When I got to my mother's house, you had to pull your pants up.
Do you still want to be a bad kid today?
Yeah, don't you see me act that? I just do it in a persona. Yeah, I still, so one of the reasons why I started working with kids in the streets because I'm so fascinated with the streets. I can't beat them, I join them.
Do you think that, so you've worked with kids that are on the street or have re-entered society.
Yeah.
What has been your advice? I know you're not with the hype anymore.
You going to prison, nigga. Yeah, I tell them, I walk into the schools and tell them 1, 2, 3, one of y'all niggas going to prison. I walk into the nurseries, 1, 2, 3, one of them niggas going to prison. At the smallest one, I look at black pregnant women and say 1, 2, 3. If them 3 bitches having a baby, one of they babies going to prison, and ain't nothing nobody can do about it. Because those are the stats.
I get the stats.
And the stats hadn't been wrong because the stats says 1 in every 3 black males in America will go to prison or be on some form of community supervision in their lifetime. So when I tell people, raise your hand if y'all know who, you see all the hand raised up. Look at your mother's brother, your daddy's brother, your grandmother. And as a black man, you tell me, what are you doing different? There's nothing you can do different because innocent people go to jail in America.
But I would have thought after going through that journey and everything that you've been through,
you're not going to be lucky enough. So
you might be.
It wasn't a journey to me.
You might be advising them how to stay out of prison.
No, you can't advise nobody to stay out of prison because they tried to advise me. I wanted to go.
I know you.
All black boys want to go.
They want to go?
We want to go because it's like the African boy in the jungle. Everybody want to be a man. And in the black culture, this is how you become a man.
See, this is actually very interesting. I've never heard this in my life.
And this is how you become a man.
Because I was a public defender in Broward County. I never heard this.
So listen, the recognition I got, the first time I was ever arrested was for pulling a flower out the school flagpole at the school dance. I was arrested.
Arrested?
And sent to juvenile Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, get out Monday. When I found out that you don't get raped in there, and that how they try to scare you, when I got out and saw that I could make it, I kept wanting to go back because now I'm desensitized. You don't take a good kid who picked the flower and go lock them up. Because now I done got big, I done made. So when I get out, I'm elevated amongst my peers just for the simple fact I've been arrested. I kept wanting to be arrested. The reward amongst my peers.
You get respect.
Well, in the black community, you get respect. So if we're playing cards, you got a guy that's done 20 years in prison. You got a guy that's never been in prison that runs a company. The guy in prison will make all them shit up. But nigga, you can't make it in the yard. So everybody want to be a man's man. So as a black man, that's why I said, nigga, I was on a level 4 yard. We want to go walk the yard and get our stripes.
It's sort of like when men compare what cars they drive. You compare the charges and the length of the sentence.
I've never heard a black man say anything bad about prison ever in my life until I grew up. Never. I would have my uncles come brag to me about how bravado prison life was. They made it look good on television. So the stories were fascinating. So I've never heard nobody come back and say prison was bad. I've always heard good things about it. So I want to be a man. When I was in the 6th grade, when I got my new eye, I was in recess practicing my walk for prison. I want to be a man. Fuck what mama talking about. So being a man is committing crime, breaking the house, because that's what's projected to us.
Well, let me ask you this. How is there a way to break that mindset?
Because
how is that possibly healthy? Why would we want to continue that?
You go in there and break what they saw. So you have to go undo the conditions they was born in.
Do you have, for you being a person, that even though you grew up in a loving family, you still developed this mindset?
I don't want love. I want respect.
Is there a way to break the cycle that prison is a promotion?
Nope.
It's impossible?
It's impossible. Because when every man you know have gone to prison, what can you show him differently? He's from the same conditions, the same environment. What can you show him to undo that?
Well,
what hope can you give him?
I would have thought when you were in that school, Giddens, that they would educate you and teach you some skills so that you can get a job.
I know a lot of educated criminals who have skills that can get a job that end up back in prison committing crime. This ain't got nothing to do with skills. It's about choices. I wanted to be a criminal because that's what was projected.
Is it out of your system now?
No, I'm still fascinated about being criminal-minded sometimes.
But let me ask you a question. You don't want to go to prison now.
I still fascinated.
Well, you're jet setting around the country.
So I just beat some major felony charges. So
what were those?
I'm willing to die, kill, and go to jail to do what I want to do.
How much did you spend in attorney's fees?
Over $100,000.
So
and another $100,000 on bond money because the judge, I wouldn't stop smoking weed.
Was that enjoyable for you to spend 100 G's on beating a felony that you could have just prevented?
Yeah, because I did exactly what I wanted to do. They told me to stop smoking weed and I wouldn't stop. You can't, even as a little boy, you couldn't tell me not to do that. Can't nobody tell me nothing. I'm not hurting nobody smoking. Fuck that judge. I'm innocent until I'm proven guilty. And I got the money to make the bond. So once I made the bond, now I got a bail bond and come get me for free. So fuck what the judge said. I'm innocent until I'm proven guilty. I'm a rebellious guy still to this day.
There's no question about that.
Yeah, I'm rebellious to this day.
But what I don't understand is that so many people listen to you online.
They ain't got nothing to do.
They look up to you.
I don't give a damn who look up to me. I don't know them. I'm not fascinated with who look up to me. That's why I come online to play this character to turn people off. My kids love me. I don't give a fuck what people think about me. I spent all my life as a little bitty boy caring. I don't care now because I'm confident in who I am as a man. I'm willing to die, kill, and go to jail for this little belief system.
So you're prepared to go again?
I got a lot of weapons, yeah. I keep a lot of weapons because I'm just talking. And if you bother me, I'll hurt you. I learned how to be violent. I ain't violent, but I learned how to be it. And I can play it good.
It just seems like you could...
I don't want to.
Just as a person sitting on the outside,
listen,
I'm just saying, like, you just came on a plane, you walked in the studio.
I'm gonna fly it again.
We had a sandwich.
I was in a strip club till 4 this morning, fucking with hoes, cussing hoes out in the club. So this is what I want to do. I
don't have an issue with your strip clubs.
So where you want me to be, I done already been.
I don't an issue with strip clubs. Okay, they're legal.
Man,
You can go into a strip
listen,
club whenever you want.
you shouldn't have an issue with nothing I'm doing.
I don't. It's your life. But what I'm just exploring the question
I
of
don't
why
wanna
you
be
would
good
want to
no more.
commit another crime
Well,
when you have it so good.
cause I got the money to beat the crimes.
Okay.
Yeah, I maced the cat on camera and beat it. Man, come on, they watch me do it. Paid them a lawyer to beat it. I want to do what I want to do. I've been like that since I was a little bitty boy. Now I got the money where I ain't got to hurt people to do it. But I will hurt somebody.
You have enough money to do
what I want to do.
You have enough for your home. You have enough for food.
I got a few homes.
You said you take care of your family.
I bought my mama a new home.
Where?
In Fort Worth. I bought my wife a new home. And then when it got me another home.
What did your mom say when you bought her the house?
I ain't still around. I left.
Did she cry?
No. My mother's not a sentimental woman. Yeah. She was just proud. I done bought my mama. So I done took care of my whole family. Right. I did what a boy's supposed to do for his family. That's what make me feel good.
I do admire that. I acknowledge you. I mean, that's nice that you did that for the family. Yeah. And because your mom, during all these murder cases and all the emotional trauma, lost a lot of money on all these lawyers. And you said that basically.
I didn't know to appreciate that. I never knew my mother struggled until we got older and she was here. So my mother sheltered us from any struggles of her life. So we never knew.
Well, let me ask you this question. You love your mom, obviously. Yeah. If you commit another crime, hypothetically, and you go to prison, what's your mom gonna do?
Nothing. She didn't already prepared herself for it. After my brother, nobody has any chance to go back to prison. So I was just in and out of jail. I got rearrested 5 times on 3 bonds. My mother ain't saying nothing. Just because we grown men now. So my mother at some point learned to stop saying something to me because I don't want to hear it. That's your God, Mom. I want to believe that. So I'm gonna push back if you say something to me. My mother learned to stop saying something to me and go talk to her God about it.
Well, it's impossible. No one's gonna change you.
You can't correct a fool. A fool will hurt you trying to correct him. And I was playing the fool. Because I wanted to experience all the things that I seen. I wanted to pimp. I wanted to play gangster. Everything I ever wanted to be as a little boy, I grew up and became it.
Do you think that it was because of all those injuries you went through that created the person that you speak of?
I was like that before the injuries. I was like that before the injuries. Okay. Yeah, I was a mannish little boy. Your nature is your nature.
Yeah.
Your nature is your nature. I never grew up in a violent home. I started hanging with kids that grew up in violent neighborhoods. So I learned to be violent hanging with them.
What's another law of life? Because I'm sure a lot of people will be watching this conversation and they're thinking something happened that he.
Well, that's what white people like to do. Some people are born to be bad. Nothing happened. Some people, I want to be bad. It don't fit. So if you praise me too much, I'm gonna do something to make you stop praising me because I don't want to be good. I've been good before. So maybe me be bad.
You don't want to be good.
I want to be.
That's the name of your book. I want to be bad.
So I Michael Jackson bad. So when everybody go right, I intentionally go left to see what happens. So that's just my nature.
Well, you're definitely unique.
So if you tell me don't do something, I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
So you better not tell me not to do it.
So don't give me $1 billion.
Well, I heard my uncle say, if you don't want your daughter dating bad boys, you better never tell her not to date bad boys. And that's what adults used to do to me. So that's what would strike my interest.
Rebellion.
It's natural.
The more you restrict, the more they rebel.
It's natural. He'll jump off a building, he'll run and jump in the pool before. So I trusted the world. Disrespecting the Crips, the Bloods, the GD. So I disrespect everything black people's afraid of. That don't have nothing to do with popularity. I just knew that villain would make a lot of money. And within 1 year, I made over $1 million doing it.
By being controversial.
I was making $16,000. No, not being controversial. Just saying what the fuck I want to say and don't give a damn about social media platform rules. So I came to break all the rules like I did in life.
You're a rule breaker.
I'm a rule breaker.
Do you believe what you say, or is it just for show?
Man, I
believe
everything come out my mouth. No, I believe everything come out my mouth. That's why I got a script to say.
Well, you have to say that, otherwise it's not believable.
No. I done bragged about raping before, and we done raped his kids in the name of running trains with white girls. That's how I find out white girls like physical, rough sex. 50 Shades of Grey. I paint this picture out in doing trainings. This is how I learned to have rough sex, hanging with white girls, choked me. We were fucking it in 6th grade. We black girls wasn't doing that.
In 6th
I
grade?
was fucking in the 3rd grade. I had a grown man penis.
So that movie made you believe that
I didn't see no movie.
How many times have you seen 50 Shades of Grey?
I read the book 3 times and seen both movies that came out. I saw white girls were freaky in 89. Black girls wasn't as sexual as the white girl. I went to school with white kids.
Right.
White, they were way more sexually advanced based off what they see.
How old were you when you lost your virginity?
Probably 8.
How old?
About 8.
8?
Yeah.
But you were in the body cast at 8.
I was hunching with that hard. I told you I had a grown man penis.
You never told me that.
Well, I see it right
You
before
had
this.
sex in the body cast?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
We grew up watching our uncles and big cousins have sex.
Oh, they had sex in front of you.
Mm-mm.
So
So what we would do, it was cool, and I would do it in front of my son. It was cool to see a girl walk in. Hey, he come with the girl. One of them go get under the bed, be quiet. Somebody else go get in the closet. This is what little boys do. Listen at the door.
How old was the girl when you were 8? How old was she? She must have been older. Had to be.
No, hell no, man. We were very sexually active as kids because kids are naturally sexually active. That's why they have to be guarded naturally. So you got a lot of parents in the 80s. This is the creation of single motherhood. This
Right.
is the first time kids have been unsupervised. And now what we got on television, we got HBO, we got Benny Hill. We don't know this, but it's on television, like the homosexual shit.
You said that on the train, white girls were raped? Did I hear you say that?
We were raping, but not knowing we were raping because there was a cultural thing called running trains on girls, putting liquor in the punch. We seen the white boys do it in the frat movies. That's coercion. You can't get a woman drunk without a consent and go have sex. We saw it in the Porky's revenge movies. So we saw it in all the white movies. This is where we get our behaviors from.
There's no question that movies and television.
All children. That's why they're coming to us now saying, hey, we need to do something about these phones. Every generation have been influenced by hip hop, entertainment, cultural movies. That's why the movie Footloose.
So what's the answer? What's
There's
the law
no
of
answer.
life? For
this
parents
life is
out
not
there,
getting better. It's not getting better.
What's the law of life for parents?
Your children are going to stop listening to you out of rebellion, naturally. There's nothing you can do. Just hope they can make it through that phase. You can only gift them. My mother gave us everything she could to get us through to where I am today. Had she not gave me that, I probably would be in prison for life because I wanted to be.
Well, obviously, those 4 representatives helped you get re-entered into society.
They raised me, so they knew me. So it's like they became my parents. That's why they was called house parents.
So let's talk about.
And I still talk to them to this day. So Miss Pumple went through so much shit. She ended up committing suicide.
Who was that?
She was an older white lady. Because I was such a challenging kid. Man, them people punished. They punished. I got punished for not going to prison.
So after you got out of the school and the judgment was sealed, and then you went to college with the state of Texas funding.
I didn't know. I didn't discover that till later. So I went to go enroll into University of Arkansas.
Okay.
But I wanted to sell dope, so I got caught with 10 pounds of weed. So 9 months after I got out, I got caught with 10 pounds of weed and 2 guns.
What did your mother say?
I don't know. She was a praying mother, so you don't say nothing when you pray. You just believe in your God that He gonna get through this.
And that made you happy when you got arrested?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you got, man, when I came home in '98, this was a new black community. Master P had a song. It was the biggest song in the whole black entertainment called Crack Like This, and it taught you how to cook crack from step 1 to step 10. Every black from there to now fell into the drug trade.
Did you ever get addicted?
Never. I've never been on drugs.
But you got arrested for the drugs.
Selling weed.
So you only sell. You're not a user.
Smoke weed. Yeah, I smoke weed. But I've never done hard drugs.
What about the other drugs?
I've never sold hard drugs.
But wouldn't that?
I never sold crack.
Never.
Never.
But did you ever take it?
Never.
That's interesting.
What you mean? So why would we do the drug that the adults do? That was a different. I'm a kid when crack come out. So we see crack get shamed. My generation skip over that. you have to be at the lowest point in life. I've never been low in life. I always got a mother say, "Mama, can I borrow $1,500 to go put a down payment on the car?" So I've always had I don't know what it's like not to have.
Right.
So
Maybe that's.
I'm a spoiled kid who's been spoiled all his life that has entitlement issues.
Right.
And now that I got money, I do what the fuck I want to do.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So
Maybe
I was
the
like
law
this
of
broke,
life
though.
is not to.
Well, I was like this broke though. I've been like this all my life.
Well, that's because that's that has been your nature, but it's also been your surrounding.
Oh no, it ain't. My surroundings. You do what you told. I got to see it peaking. I didn't see it up close and personal. My uncle just passing through. He didn't live with us.
So let's do this.
I wasn't raised to see bad. I didn't see bad. I didn't see it.
No,
I was just a curious kid, like whoever got kids right now, and they in there with their phone or their game, and they got them speakers on. You don't know what they listening to. When they go into bed with them phone, if they can spell gay sex, if they can spell whatever, lesbian, if they can think it, I was a kid who can think it and make it appear before the phones. Because you have to have a creative mind. They gave me a creative mind. So when I got with other kids who had to do it, I'm the creative to got them to do it because I can think and instruct. Right. So I've been a powerful little motherfucker all my life. I've never been.
You were their visionary. You led them. But let's
some
fast
people
forward.
got a gift to lead. I've been leading all my life.
Did you get a job after getting out of the Giddens at any point? So you just went into social media?
I didn't get on social media till 10 years ago.
Okay. How did that happen? Take me there.
I'm online frustrated. So I'm working in the community. I'm cussing out gang members, saying fuck the Crips and the Bloods. Fuck all the dangerous. So I'm saying fuck the gangsters.
Okay.
And became polarizing because nobody has ever done that before.
So you were trying to teach kids to not join gangs.
I wasn't trying to teach kids shit. Kids can't be on here because it's 18 and older.
Okay.
And I'm telling them, so if I get a kid and he say he want to sell dope, I ain't gonna tell him not to sell dope. I'm gonna tell him how to sell the dope and what to do with that dope money. Cause nigga, you going to jail. You going home, take care of your mama and their family. I ain't gonna tell him not to sell dope. I ain't gonna tell a kid to get out of the game.
When you were telling the gang members,
I'm talking to grown. So I'm talking to be disrespectful to the gangs.
But why?
What you mean why?
I want to know what was the point.
Why? This is the most negative thing in the community.
It is.
It was.
So you were trying to make them look bad?
No.
Or what?
I found out content creation. So I'm gonna create this villain. See, I saw the movie Social Dilemma. Once I saw Social Dilemma, I'm 83 credit hours toward a bachelor's degree before applying to law school. I shifted my whole vision to content creation because they were predicting content creation like they're predicting AI. And what they predicted was within 5 years, content creators will gross over 250 billion. We done that at the start of the pandemic. I was making 16,000. I never applied for no grants.
A day or a month?
A month. That was just off a YouTube channel.
Who helped you create the channel? You did it yourself?
I did it myself.
Did you have
nobody taught me nothing.
Did you study YouTube to learn how to do it?
I lost the money. So I didn't follow the rules. I didn't know the rules. I didn't care the rules. So I did everything most people won't post what I say. I came to break the rules.
Understood.
Because I learned about shock jockeying. This is all educational, theatrical things that I learned in college that I put together as the internet began to grow.
So what do you think of Howard Stern?
That's why I studied
the number one shock jock.
I used to jack off in the living room watching Howard Stern every Friday with the thing. That's how I learned about shock jockeying.
His show turned you on?
It was sexual in the 90s. That's all it was.
Well,
it was nothing. It had number sex and porn stars.
What's the number one law of life you learned from Howard Stern, one of the number one shock jocks in history?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing.
But didn't he influence you to become a shock jock?
He taught me what a shock jock does. Offends people.
I see.
He became so offensive, he got the largest XM Sirius contract in history.
Yes.
Nobody's got that since. The other people who came after him or before him, I grew up watching P.D. Green. So I'm a kid that's been taking in entertainment. Now I'm giving it back to you. I used to get in trouble for doing it in class. I was too smart to be in class. So I would be the class clown, make everybody laugh. So all I'm doing now, I didn't get to go to high school. I get to be y'all high school class clown online. And I know y'all gonna watch me. You know, most people in America are poor, struggling. They don't know what to do. So I capitalize on the illiterates and the dumb, like the politicians.
How long did it take for your YouTube channel to take
2
off?
months.
Only 2 months?
2 months.
And
because
then
I was already doing millions of views on Facebook before I got. So I went through Facebook not knowing you can even make money. So I was years on Facebook getting millions of views before I even realized you can make some money. Until I saw Social Dilemma. So it was certain things that Netflix was putting out, and this was right when Netflix had came about. I was learning what the internet is back then before the pandemic came. I just couldn't put it together. So I had to make money, lose money. So I've lost over 24 Instagram pages, 5 YouTubes, 12 Facebooks, 10 TikToks. So I lost all that money. And so what I had to figure out is because my first $100,000, I bought number guns, bullets, and ammunition because I want to kill somebody.
Is your content spontaneous or strategic?
Strategic and spontaneous. It's strategic because I don't give myself a script. I don't know what I'm gonna say. I come into interviews not wanting to know what's gonna be asked. I like to be ambushed.
Do you ever use professional video teams, marketers, graphic designers, YouTubers?
Never have.
Nothing.
Nothing.
You don't have any team members helping you right now.
Nothing.
So to this day, you're doing it solo. And what is your income now monthly?
It's pretty high.
Over 200,000?
I might do that in a week.
Wow. So you're doing really well with the YouTube.
I don't know. I don't get no money from YouTube.
What do you mean?
I told you I broke all the rules.
Oh, so you don't get paid?
So I've become shadow banned and blackballed on every social media platform. I done say fuck the Jews, fuck the gays, blacks. I done insulted every class or group. I done bragged about Asian babies need to. So I've come online intentionally and said some of the most horrible things.
Right.
To play on your emotions.
Do you think that people take your shock jock approach too seriously? Mm-hmm. And they take.
But for one, most people are dumb and stuck in a compromised state financially. Most Americans are in today's society. That's why they're online. So I never look at nobody online. I don't watch nobody online. I'm a narcissist. I watch me.
How many hours a day do you film on this?
I don't know. I might go 3 times in 1 hour. It's spontaneous.
Do you like to do it with friends too, or
no,
usually yourself?
I don't like to do nothing with friends. Okay. Your friends don't have your same vision.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't do nothing with
So now, because you're shadow banded, there's no income coming from YouTube?
No. I make way more than anybody on YouTube, mate. I do it in ticket sales. Most people on YouTube can't sell out an arena. I sell out shows weekly, daily.
What's the biggest audience you've ever built?
I was Live Nation. I had a Live Nation tour, performing in every house of blues in America. So I don't know.
What do you think? 1,000?
Last summer, I had my own residency in Las Vegas doing comedy at Wise Guys Comedy Club. But I hadn't even. My first comedy show was $10,000. I had never done comedy before.
What did that feel like to be in Vegas doing comedy?
You keep asking me how I feel, and I try to stay out my feelings because I don't want to overwhelm myself. I learned that from a kid. Think through what you feel.
Okay.
You know, because that's where most people get stuck at with success. What it make you feel like, and you
don't think that matters?
No, fuck them feelings. Men ain't supposed to feel. Men think through their feelings because we hunters. I gotta keep hunting because I got a legacy to leave behind. My mama said a wise man stores up an inheritance for his children's children's children. He don't try to save the world. That's where Dr. King fucked up at. He died and his kids broke to this day, trying to save the world. Nigga, go feed your family. So I would listen. Mama say charity starts in the home. Trying to help everybody didn't feel good. Because I don't want to feel. I want to be effective. So fuck them feelings. I don't care who feelings I hurt. I done said rape Asian babies and made $50,000 off those. So I know what to say to get interviews.
What?
So I intentionally say things.
You're a shock jock. That's what you are.
And
an entertainer.
So I had to learn to be entertaining because at first I wasn't trying to entertain. I was trying to offend.
How do you find your ideas on how to continually shock people?
I've been in the black community all my life. I don't need to look no further.
So your personal experience.
I know. So I got 52 friends who done killed somebody. Really killed somebody.
You talk to them about it?
We still friends to this day. We was in group sessions as kids together, so I know everybody's crime.
So I
got a friend at 12 stabbed his next door neighbor, a white girl, 93 times. Worst history in the crime of Texas. They think he a monster. He spent 30 years in prison from 12 to now. He ain't stabbed nobody. One of the best kids we had in there. So I know people who don't really kill people. So
Do they think like you and your shock jock
they'll
mindset?
no.
or they
Can't nobody think like me. That's why I'm the only person on the internet doing this.
Well, it's different in a way.
They don't have what I have. To be what I am, you got to lose an eye. If I had 2 eyes, I wouldn't be this.
Are you afraid of anything?
I'm not afraid of nothing. Never have been. That's why I've been getting into it.
So if God forbid.
So right now I travel. So just think about that. I've disrespected every notorious street gang in this country, and I travel around this country with no security, like I can't be touched. I'm in a strip club every night with no security, all my jewelry. It's $100,000 watch, like I can't be touched. But I got all kind of weapons stashed here, and so many people have tried to do something, and I react.
Let me ask you this question: If God forbid today was your last day on the planet, what would your message to the world be?
I'm not gonna say shit to the world. I'm dying with a hoe, fucking like a motherfucker. I ain't got no message.
That's
to
your
the world.
message.
I don't have no.
Your
message.
message is I did whatever I want.
I'm gonna die mysteriously. Y'all ain't gonna know how I died. Y'all gonna be a conspiracy. I no longer have a message to the world. Who trying to teach dumb people when you got kids that's listening to you?
You don't really want to have a message. You just want to. You just want to entertain.
I had a message. We got juvenile life without parole abolished in America. I had a message. Message don't pay. That's why Dr. King's family is struggling. That's why his children resent black people. They lost their father because he had a message. He was stupid to me. Jesus was dumb. Muhammad, anybody that give their life for other people, we don't care about Jesus or Muhammad. Man, so I'm saying, I don't got no message. I was a fool trying to have a message. So fuck having a message. I come to offend you.
Okay. You've achieved the level of financial success you want, or do you want more?
I don't want too much. Yeah, I got what I want. Anything else go corrupt me. I don't want 20 million.
You want or you don't want?
I don't.
You don't want. You're happy with what you have.
I'm happy with what I'm doing. I'll never be happy with what I'm having because man will never be satisfied. I'm happy with what I'm doing. I fuck a different woman every man. I'm happy, man. That's all, man. I'm living the life of a player. That's all I ever want to be in life.
So you're happy.
I'm happy in a motherfucker. I'm
And
a man who wake up and do what he want to do. Don't care about nobody's feelings.
Now your mom.
Don't give a damn about her feelings.
Is she at peace with who you are?
I don't talk to my mom. I'm a grown man.
You don't ever call her and say hi?
No, I'm not since I've been rich and famous. I send the money back.
What do you get her on Mother's Day?
I don't get her shit. I send the money back.
Okay.
I done gave my mom everything so I'm not into what I don't celebrate Mother's Day. That's the day y'all celebrate. I celebrate my mom every day with what she taught me. I don't wait for Mother's Day. I don't give no girl nothing for Valentine's Day. I'm gonna give her something a month before that. So I live my life and I always have on Charleston's terms. That's why I'm difficult to deal with.
What do we buy you for your birthday?
Nothing. Don't get me shit for my birthday. Get me 2 hoes. I can fucking have a threesome. Everybody know I want a threesome for my birthday.
Okay.
Everybody know that.
Okay.
So this is what I got for my birthday this year. I got a $100,000 watch. I got $50,000 in cash to throw on some hoes and fuck a porn star.
And you're happy.
I'm happy every day. I was happy when I was in the boys' home playing game. And what's up, cuz? I was happy then. I've been happy in every environment except by myself. And I even
found yourself.
Listen. And then I even found happiness then. I created imaginary friends. I went into the boys' home at 14 years old. I've gotten over $2 million worth of counseling and therapy. When I come out at 21, my childhood issues is healed. I really don't have none.
You think you're healed?
I know I am. But this is how you can tell. I didn't beat women. I'm a day one daddy. You can't raise the kind of kids I done raised.
I did hear that. You're a good dad.
You can't raise the kind of, I'm married. I got 2 kids by one woman who I was married to.
Oh, here's $1 million question. When you're with your kids, are you?
Listen, my son used to step over hoes going to school in the morning. I have a hoe there. Sometime I used to wake him up in the night, say, Mijo, come get in the closet with me. And why she sell pussy.
Wow.
So because I thought that's what you're supposed to do. When I had my daughter, I didn't want to show her that. So, but yeah, my kids, I lay the guns around.
But do you talk?
They done heard me, bitch, shut up, hoe, to my wife.
No,
bitch,
no. But you don't. But let me ask you a question.
They done heard me cuss their mom out, stupid ass bitch. So they know they daddy crazy.
When you talk to the kids, though, do you tell them that it's okay to
Yes, okay. Call a bitch a bitch.
Are you going to be upset if your kids go to prison? Is that going to upset you?
No.
It's not going to upset you.
Hell no.
You don't care.
My son.
Truly.
Listen, my son snuck out during the pandemic.
Yeah. God forbid. I hope they don't.
He snuck out during the pandemic.
Yeah.
He don't know. He's not a criminal kid. He walking. He see the police. He think it's a lockdown. He take off running. Police see a kid running in the middle of the night. He's still in middle school. You know what I told him when he got out of jail? They should have shot your ass, nigga. You don't run from no motherfucking police. My mother and them was, oh, you should have told him that. Yeah, I should have.
Why didn't you teach him
I don't
that?
give a
What's
damn
wrong
about
with you?
what you mean. I don't got to teach my. Why would I teach my son about criminality?
Wouldn't you?
Why would I? He's not in. He don't live in a criminal world. Why would I teach? Why would I raise his eyebrow?
He had no.
The world is locked down. Kids don't know what to do. He's just a teenage boy trying to go fuck his girlfriend who snuck outside. The world is locked down. So everybody, those conspiracy theories, man, they're gonna take you away. So he take out running.
Well, now he knows not to. He is lucky to be alive.
No, he ain't. Because they see he a kid. I'm letting him know as a black man, if you run from the police, expect anything. They supposed to kick your ass.
Right.
They're supposed to put, that's what they used to do to us. Why you run? But nigga, you run to throw away something. You don't just run to run.
What do you think of our criminal justice system?
It's more criminal than the criminals. It's not set up to help anything. It's a money grab from the highest level. It's designed to put black people back in slavery. That's why we are the masses that go in.
Do you believe in therapy?
No, I don't believe in therapy. My mother say the Holy Spirit will heal you. Fuck, I need to go talk to man for. The same person you talk to got problems at home for to go drink. The same person you talk to masturbate and got some sins they do in the dark. So we all need fixing. You can't fix me and I don't want to be fixed.
If you could meet one person in this world, who would it be?
To do what?
One person.
For what?
For someone you look up to.
Nobody.
What about a celebrity?
Nobody. I damn sure don't look at no celebrity. I
So
despise celebrities.
What about musicians?
Man, I killed the white man.
Would you want to see any musician
I stood over a white man and watched him die as a little bitty boy. Fuck, I'm gonna look at a musician for. And I grew up with people who kill people. What I'm gonna look at these weak musicians for who do what white people tell them to do?
So you don't look
I
at
do everything. I do everything the system that y'all complain about. I fight the system in my own way. It's called civil disobedience. I don't look at no celebrity. I came in disrespecting celebrities. I think they cowards. I stood over a white man. What these niggas gonna tell me? Because that's my trump card. You don't know what like stand over a white man, watch him die. I stood there and watched him take his last breath. I wanted to see it. And that's an image in my mind I won't let go of. That's my get back for slavery in my mind.
It is?
Yeah, my mind. So that's why I would hurt dogs. That's why I would do things to white people and animals. That's my get back.
Are you saying this to shock me?
No, I'm telling you the honest God truth. We killed the white man.
Let me ask you.
So I come out my household. I was given instructions by other niggas. You go across the railroad tracks. You steal and rob over there. The 10 Commandments is for you not to do it to your own people, but you can do it to white people.
Let me ask you a question.
So I grew up believing that. So I would act that out. So I never became criminal. It was all about getting white people. So my focus was to get white people.
Do your kids have trouble figuring out when you're being funny and when you're being serious?
I'm not funny in real life. I had to be funny on the internet because I was too serious online with the disrespect. And I lost too much money being serious. So now I'm saying, nigga, I done spent all this money on guns and bullets. You got to start learning this shit. So my kids know me. They've been with me all their life.
You got a good relationship with them.
They don't know nothing but me. I'm a hero. My sons just stopped believing I could lift up a car when he was 10, 12 years old. Life had to teach him that.
Do you have a dream for them?
Huh?
Do you want them to be anything when they grow up?
Nah, they be what the fuck they want to be.
Anything?
Nothing. I don't got nothing
They
for
could
them.
never disappoint you?
They can't never disappoint me.
Never?
Never. Never.
Do you think that's love? Never being disappointed in someone?
Listen, someday you don't love your kids.
Obviously.
Yeah, so man, no, you can't trick me with that love shit. I don't love every day. I don't love every day.
But you said they can do nothing to stop you from loving them.
Listen,
that's unconditional love.
They can do nothing to stop me from loving them, except for my son go gay. I stop loving him if he turn gay.
Why?
He a faggot. I don't want no faggot son. I'm okay with my daughter being. I don't want my son taking. If my son
that's a double standard.
That ain't no double standard. That's a man standard. We like lesbians. We don't like gay men.
No, I get that it's not your preference.
So that's my double. So listen, I don't want to be perfect. I got double standards. I'm a hypocrite. I lie to the kids and say Santa Claus brought this and I bought it. So yeah, we lie. We all do it. We get drunk, we fuck, we have sexual thoughts about other. I'm not that. Yeah, no, I'm out.
So you're saying if your son told you he's
If
gay,
my
you'd
son
cut
told
him
me
off.
he was a faggot, I'm gonna be hurt, broken hearted, and cut him off. Would probably talk. Yeah, I'd be fucked up. You want your son to be anything but a punk when you're a straight man. Now,
it's a hard thing.
The mothers, the women is okay with the homosexual, but a man's man, a real father can't accept that from his boy. I'd rather him be a killer. I'd rather him be a killer than a faggot.
I understand.
I'd rather him kill somebody than take dick.
I hear you.
And I believe that wholeheartedly.
That's your opinion. You know?
Yeah, that's so.
That's what makes you Charleston White.
I don't love everybody. I hate some things. I do wrong sometimes, and sometimes I want to do wrong. Sometimes I want to be wrong.
So let me ask you one more question, because we do have to wrap. But I've learned a lot of very interesting laws of life from you. But the last question I want to ask you is this: you get a check for $10 million today, and you know you're going to die at midnight. What are you going to do during the day?
Calm. I'm gonna calm to death. Hey, listen. I'm all about.
You're gonna be with women.
I'm all about my nature as a man.
Yep.
My nature, my two strongest desires as a man that God gave me is my nature to have sex.
Yep.
And my nature to eat food. Why would I go?
And that's what you're gonna do on your last day.
Yeah.
And what are you?
Because I don't believe the God talk.
And
I
what
think I don't
that's
believe
fine.
God talk.
What are you gonna order?
I ain't gonna order nothing. I'm gonna fuck all day. Whatever the stimulus that make you have sex, I'm going out feeling good. I don't want to get food. I don't like food. That's why I'm skinny. I don't like to eat.
You're lucky.
I don't like to eat. I like women. I like the attention of women. I grew up around loving nurses. So I like women's attention. I was a breastfed boy. So I'm drawn to women. So now with all my money, I spend a lot of time around women like Hugh Hefner, like every man want to be. Every king.
Well, you know what? I only wish for you to be happy.
Fuck some happiness. Some days I ain't happy. Some days with all the happiness you got, because you're never gonna be what you want to be every day.
Of course not.
So I don't look to be that.
What do you look to be?
What I want to do.
What you want to do.
Yeah, so some people can't do what they want to do based on how they feel, lethargic. I don't let my feelings rule. And
that is the definition of freedom for you. Do we agree on that?
Yep. Because some days you feel like you wake up and you don't feel like going to work, but you know you have to keep feeding this family. So you put your feelings to a side to do what you have to do. I do it for what I want to do, not what I have to do. Well, I won't do what I have to do what I want to do.
Well, Charleston, it has been a very different conversation.
And let me just say this before we end.
Okay.
Everything that adults said would happen to me never happened.
What?
Somebody go hit you in the mouth with that small mouth. Life go teach. Life ain't taught me shit. I'm still what I am as a little bitty boy. Because your nature is given to you as a kid, and then it's nurtured throughout life. So a confident kid became disabled, but I was still nurtured through confidence. So I never knew I was disabled. So I act and move like I had two eyes, even to this day.
Good.
So
I'm glad
I was a kid who was given what a kid should have been given, who didn't know the world was bad, with a bunch of love.
Well, I can honestly say I've learned a lot of laws of life. I'm sure that this conversation will prompt extensive comment and debate.
Go viral. Yeah,
but whatever your opinion is, comment below. And just remember, this is a conversation to listen to the viewpoint of others, and is not a validation of those opinions, but a mere discussion. So just remember that, and spark your mind with the art of considering a different point of view. And that is Mr. Charleston White, who definitely has a different point of view. Thanks for watching this episode of The Laws of Life, and we'll see you next time.